let's take a look at GU this week. All right, let's just let's do it on the hour time frame here, and I'm just going to start over here on the left-hand side of my chart and work my way down. And let's just talk about how you guys should have been trading GU this week. All right, now first of all, going into this week, and let's just get specific here. This week started on the 12th, so let's come over here to the, where's the 12th at? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Let's see. It's right somewhere in here. All right, let's go to the lower time frames then. All right, good enough. All right, so here is GU for the week, and this is going to be good because you guys get to see winning and losing trades. Right now, guys, the main structural level throughout the week was right up here. Okay, it was right up here throughout the week on GU, and obviously, guys, we were bearish. So bearish market conditions, which means everyone should have been doing what? Selling, right? So first thing I noticed going into the week, you know, somewhere off in here, was everyone should have been looking for sell trades from this area right up here, which is where our main structure was at. And I'd even say if you guys look at like this right here and this right here, you know, I would have even brought structure down, like right in this area. So one big zone up here, which is our structural zone for a sell-off. So right in here, guys, this was your first trade opportunity of the week, somewhere over off in here, with your stop loss up above. And TP is dependent on you guys, but the first major, so I know someone asked me about support and resistance. Where is the next support and resistance? Right off in here. So that's your target. It would have been hit, and that was the trade. Okay, so kind of one of those things where, you know, if you did not have that support level marked and you weren't targeting it, you know, you may not have gotten a great exit on that. You may have even lost the trade. So that was the first trade opportunity of the week. Now, once price got down here, you could have taken a buy trade, but what would have been the reason why you would have not taken a buy trade? That's a good reason to not take the, I know the buy trade worked, but give me a reason why you would not take it. Because it's counter trend, right? Yeah, Charles, exactly. Consolidation. You know, and the thing is we don't like to trade necessarily. Yeah, bearish structure, exactly. You know, when we're heading down, flying down like this, you know, and we're going sideways, any trade opportunities start to become fairly risky unless it's at least from the structural level, which is what we have marked up here. So you could have taken this buy trade, but it would have been higher risk. So what's the next trade opportunity? Well, price comes back. Let's pull our zone over here. Let's pull our zone over. And after seeing, let me show you guys this real quick because this is important. Let me get rid of this trade and get rid of this little. Actually, keep the circle here. So, you know how I showed you guys these two zones? Well, after seeing that price came up a little further in this area before reversing, I actually think I lost. When price comes up to this area, what I'm going to do in the live market is I'm going to take this big zone and I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull it up right to about this right here, right where, let me get rid of this circle, right where these wicks came up, so maybe just slightly lower. And this is the zone I'm going to be looking at for structure. Okay, so when we talk about trade opportunities, when price came up over here, there was not a good sell opportunity because price just busted right through. Like you guys can see over here, there's rejection, there's wicks, there's pausing, right? What did price do over here? When it got here, just busted right through it. And then it retested. That's this red candle right here. This one. And what should you have done on that trade? Should have bought, right? Here's a buy trade. Stop loss, you could have put it beneath this zone here. It would have been slightly riskier. Ultimately, you would have had to have gone here, right? And, you know, your targets would have been, you know, whatever. Doesn't really matter what your targets were, because honestly, like put a theoretical target anywhere up here. The second that you guys see this candle right here, boy, you better be out of that trade. Just so everyone knows, this candle right here says you are wrong, get out of this trade. Okay, so it's kind of one of those things, guys, like, and this is why I'm glad someone said GU, because we get to talk about areas where you need to incorporate a couple other things, you know, to trade, you know, profitably. Because, you know, even if you knew structure and you took the sell trade, if you didn't know how to take your profits effectively, you may not have gotten out, you know. And over here, same thing, you know, if you're in this buy trade, if you didn't understand when you needed to get out of this buy trade, you may have had some issues. Another thing too, though, let me get rid of this trade right here. Another thing too, though, is notice how when we broke and we retested and we made a higher high, where is structure now? Structure is right in this area, right here. Okay, that was structure. So even if you didn't get out at the big scary candle that told you to sell, you should have been out very quick after that at a small loss. So for those of you who are keeping track, you're looking at anywhere between 6 pips to, you know, 16 pips losing trade, you know, if you weren't out somewhere in here. And then what did you do? Sell trade, like so. All right, and then that worked out nice and dandy. Nice and dandy. Could have added a position when price broke this support down here and retested. Put your stop loss above the structural point at that time, which is right. Let me move this for you guys, right in here. So this needs to come up a little higher. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rejections. Take profits. If you didn't know there was a support down there, it formed one in front of you. So what's the net result? We've got one trade over here, minus 16 pips. This guy should have at least been break even over here on the left. So we'll just say, give it benefit of the doubt, break even. Minus 16 pips here, plus 75 pips here, plus 33 pips here. Come on, guys. GU should have been a total win for everybody this week. What happens over here? Structure held this whole time in here, by the way. And then we get a structure update right here. Price breaks, it retests, you buy. Price breaks and retests to the downside, you sell. What's the problem? Boom. Where's structure right now, guys? Structure right now. Right here. Right here. Okay? Does everyone understand this little walkthrough we did on GU? Does anyone have any questions about this? I'm on a lower time frame. Things got a little hairy in some areas. So, you know, if you're not used to trading with this stuff yet, I understand it might be confusing. So let me know if you guys have questions. I try and, you know, think back to when I was first learning and explain it in simpler terms. Okay, let's go over to EU. Everyone likes EU, right? I'm sure everyone in here is trading EU. All right, so let's talk about EU. So EU has like been bearish for a while now. In fact, I had an analysis on EU, and I had a support over in here. I had a resistance up here. And for those of you who follow me on Facebook, I'm sure you guys remember this. I told everybody that when this breaks to the upside, you're going to buy. And then when it breaks to the downside, you're going to sell. And I know a lot of people saw my analysis because a lot of people took my analysis and started sharing it with their groups. But look at this, guys. It's been a minute since we did that, but look what happened here. Look what happened here just recently. We broke, we retested, and what's the problem? You gotta enjoy how well this stuff works. All right. All right. Are we bullish or are we bearish on EU? Who can tell me? It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Woo. We're bearish. So once it broke the zone, we were good. Yes. Yes, we were. Once it broke the zone, it was good to go. What's it going to do? Break the zone down and then go up? No, ma'am. It's interesting to hear the lingo. Euro USD is EU. Going to have to get used to that. Yeah. Yeah, that's you're going to hear that a lot. EU, AU, GC, it's the abbreviations. Still bearish. Yep, still bearish until this breaks. So the trading plan for EU on the 1 hour is sell probably to the recent lows, and if this will break, you can buy it. It's that simple. It's this simple. This simple. Veronica's already a pip catching queen. So wait, we see what the market. Yes, absolutely. So I know that a lot of people have a very important misconception about how to trade the markets. So a lot of people, and the problem is that most of the people who teach how to trade, guys who are like online and stuff, most of these guys don't know what they're doing. There's signs, and by the time you guys watch our sessions and stuff, you're going to start to pick up on this yourselves, and you're going to really see like who knows what they're doing and who doesn't. But the people who will come in and tell you, oh, the market's going to do this for sure, that's the trade, you know, those guys don't know what they're doing, because like you can't predict or tell the market what it's going to do. It doesn't work like that. Like I'm not going to come on here and be like, EU, you're going down. Like it's not going to. Like I'm gonna blow my account. So what you have to do is when you open up a Forex chart, you have to ask yourself one thing. You have to ask yourself one thing. When do I want to buy? When do I want to sell? It's this simple, guys. If you know when you want to buy and you know when you want to sell, then 95% of the battle is already won. All you got to do now is click the button and execute, which, to be honest, is not as easy as it sounds. To be fair, psychology is something else. Where do I want to buy? Where do I want to sell? It makes it very easy. See, like guys, it's a thing of control. Like that Sprite sounds good. It's actually a giant jug of water. How do we know how long to be in a trade? Well, let me ask you something. If you sold EU right here, we discussed, is there really any reason to have exited the sell trade up to this point, running 188 pips based on market structure? Not really, right? So, I mean, the thing is what I want you guys to know is that there's going to be some times when market structure, it just carries on, baby. like 500 pips, 1,000 pips, it'll do it, you know, and it'll just keep on going. Just keep riding the wave. And then there's going to be times where, you know, you're going to want to get out at the next major level, you know, and because market structure will reverse on you. And so there's no perfect way to exit a trade, guys. There's lots of different techniques and strategies and styles you can use, but ultimately what I found through my personal experience and mentoring people and showing them what's up for a while now is that what works best for each person is kind of dependent on their own style, like their own personality. You know, like some people, like they cannot hold on to trades, like it just kills them. So for those guys, like, yeah, it's better to, you know, take partial profits, move stop loss to break even, you know, set a target somewhere. And, you know, for the other people, like they need to, you know, they need the other ways. How are you using that color thing? I like it. How do you know where to place it? I'm not exactly sure what you're looking at. Europe, Australia, unless you take Europe, Australia. I've never heard someone say EU as Europe, Australia. How to measure pips. Oh, this thing right here is this tool over here on TradingView. And then there's also this measuring tool right here, which you can just like this. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep going. So, the window I want to buy, window I want to sell. So, guys, like right now in the market, you know, like I'm not scared. I'm not scared to take a sell. Like I'm really not. Like I don't care. I don't give a shit if I lose the trade, guys. I don't care. Why do I not care? This is important. It's not just because I'm some forex god or guru or something. It has nothing to do with it. I don't care if I lose this trade because I understand what I'm doing regardless. Yeah, exactly. You know, like I know that if I lose this trade, then I'm going to turn around and win this trade. So I don't care. You know, and honestly, even if I sold here and lost and then I bought and I lost again because like maybe I got whipsawed on structure, I'm going to win the next trade. I don't care. You know, and overall at the end of the week, at the end of the month, I know that my account is going to be up. So, and when you know that and you have that kind of like consistency and you have that clarity when you're trading, like you know how you're going to not predict, but react. You know, everything becomes so much simpler. Risk is a part of trading. Take losses like wins. Yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing. I don't really get excited when I win a trade. If you get excited when you win a trade, you probably need to lower your lot size, to be honest. That's just a little tidbit technique. Okay. All right, so that is EU for the week. So guys, this right here, this whole idea of reacting and not predicting and having this clarity and comfortability trading, this is more important than probably any technical analysis I can ever teach you. So take that for what it's worth. Okay, let's go somewhere else. I'm bored. Let's do GJ. GJ. Okay, Jesus, guys. Someone want to tell me what the problem is here? Just giant downtrends. Okay, well, let's have some fun. GJ 1 hour. Let's start over here in this area. So the date that I just marked, guys, right over here, July 18th. It's now August 15th. So it's been about 1 month. So for the last month, for pretty much the entire time, you should have been selling GJ. And if you did anything but that, you probably did something wrong. Probably did something wrong. All right. So structure was right here. And then at this point, structure got moved to right here. And, you know, bullish, by the way, guys, just so everyone understands, we're watching the recent lows if we're bullish. and then boom, we break. And when we break and we start sustaining, that's the sell trade. Boom. And that's it. And then we're going to follow structure down here. And I'm not going to move the box because that's super tedious. Oh, man, the ad got me. Guys, I swear they made the X on TradingView smaller on the ads. Yeah, way to go. Way to go. Glad you caught GJ. We're going to follow structure, guys. And I want y'all to tell me if structure breaks. Box ad equals support, remember? Man, they get me. I'm gonna pay them. Honestly, I would pay TradingView. I love what they offer. Oh my God, you guys are gonna be so mad when I show y'all that this held. Okay, where's my box? Come here. All right, let's talk about this for a second. This area right in here. This is very important. Very important. Do you guys see this right here? All right. You don't want to be faked out by this. Check it out. There's two ways you guys can look at this, okay? A, structure was right in here. It was at the top right here, this green candle, down to these wicks right here. Price broke, did not hold on the other side. Flew back in. You needed to remain in your sell trade. Another thing is, guys, in this spot right here specifically, notice these reactions right here. This is our recent swing low. Okay, right over here. And when you're looking at this, you know, and I'm looking at this, I already know that price wants to do what? You guys remember from our first few sessions where we talked about the basics. Price wants to pull back to this and then drop. That's its favorite thing to do. So this whole time in here, I'm watching for this, and I'm not gonna buy. Even if structure did break and sustain right here, I'm probably not gonna buy until I see what happens here. So this is important because this can help you guys not get whipsawed. Do you guys see how crisp this break and retest of the recent swing was right here? It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then boom, that's all she wrote, down we went. All right. Came down, boom, boom. Okay, so right here, guys, right here, this is where you take a loss. This is where you take a loss. Maybe. I'm going to show you guys something, and I'll let y'all be the judge of it. But okay, we break. Structure is, let's grab this right over here. Boom. All right. The candle, so watch this, guys. The candle that broke structure is this green one right here. All right. Now the retest candle is this right here. Now, for those of you who know price action, and I understand that not everyone does, but does this candle scream buy? Ew, no. Yeah, no. See, I'm not going to buy that. Here's the thing, like, out of all the setups across all the pairs, across all the time frames, like, I'm not going to take this particular setup. Even if I've been waiting on GJ to switch structure for a month, I'm still not going to buy this. Now, I may close out of my sell position just to be safe, but I'm not going to just hop in a buy trade seeing that candle. And at this point, after seeing this candle, I'm looking at these look at the next candle. The next candle doesn't really make me feel warm and comfy either. The next candle, I'm really thinking, you know, screw this. And at this point, I'm thinking, you know, honestly, like I need another reason to buy this at this point. Like yeah, exactly. No confirmation. Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, give me at this point, like, give me something else, you know, anything else, you know. And this is when like I'll start to be like, okay, I'm thinking, screw this. What's really going on here? And I pull up my fibs, and I'm like, yeah, nope, not doing it, not doing it. And then we fly down, right? Worst case scenario, if you guys did let that fake you out, you should have been in the sell again down here. Boom. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So hit me with questions, guys. Do y'all have any questions on anything at all? Because I mean, this is you're gonna learn today. Yeah. Trying to read through some of y'all's comments. Oh, crazy. That's a change in direction towards the next level, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, normally what that means is there's something else there that's in the way. It's probably retesting a level that you don't see on the screen in front of you. Normally that's something that's going on, which is something you can always go check out as well. As long as you learn the basics, you have a trading plan. Yeah, that's a great comment. I'm gonna actually, Mark, I'm glad you said that. I think I'm gonna make a whole Forex and Chill session over a trading plan and the importance of that. So wait until a solid candle. Yeah. I mean, and me personally, like I like to see, like I either like to see a few candles close, or I at least like to see a candlestick that tells me that what I'm seeing makes sense. Like, so okay, like right here, for instance, right in this area, you know, we broke down here and we held, and like notice how, let me see here. So notice how this candle, this green candle right here, came up and then wicked back down and held. And then the next candle right here, there's no bullish momentum here. You know, like everything's pretty much saying that we should continue on just fine. You know, and even like look at this green candle right here that just exhausted up. So all of those tell me that, you know, we're good to go. Golfing candle is a good sign. Yes. It's a good sign. So how often are we checking our, well, I mean, that depends on what time frame you're trading. You know, I mean, you can trade the 5 minute or you can trade the 4 hour. It's really, you know, it's up to you and your preference. A lot of it also is going to depend on how much money you have in your account. You know, you can't really swing trade with a small account. It's just not, it just doesn't work like that. So okay, so 4 hour we check in for, yeah. You know, and that's if you're trading the 4 hour and you're also entering on the 4 hour, you know, it's, let me see. So just as a good example, like in this area, let me clear this all off. And boom. Okay. So if you're in this area and, you know, and look, structure held, this is another thing, guys, I don't really talk about too much because it's a little more advanced and I really want to keep this simple, but higher time frame structure on 4 hour was right here, which is another reason why that happened. But you know, each of these candles is 4 hours. You know, so like right now, if I'm waiting for a buy on GJ, I know that I don't need to just see this thing break. Like I need to see it break and hold. So I'm minimum, even if this thing flew up, you know, I'm minimum 2 candles away on this chart from being willing to buy, which means I'm at least 8 hours out from being willing to buy, which means I can go to IHOP, go into a food coma, wake up in 8 hours and make a decision and not have to worry about anything. Does that make sense? 5-star. You're right, Robert. You're right. 5-star meals only. 5-star meals only. That right there is why I'm getting fat, though. Okay. Let's go look at gold. Actually, you know what? How much time do I got? 5 minutes left. I want to show y'all something. Since Easton brought up my pride and joy in his session the other night, I figured I'd come on here and personally talk to y'all about it. You tried, baby. That's right. Okay, you tried. Now, a lot of people ask me why because for those of you who don't know, I trade a lot of exotic pairs and commodities. And I like them because structure on these in these markets tends to hold pretty well. Pretty well. Somebody put on it. Yeah. Yeah. It holds pretty well. And so, you know, for me, someone who likes to look at market structure, and honestly, a lot of big boys, a lot of hedge funds and institutional traders, they look at pairs like this for a lot of their trades as well. Reason being is because they respect fundamental technical analysis. And so, you know, I'm going to show you guys here. I've got USD Turkish New Lira pulled up on the daily time frame, and this baby has been in bullish structure since, let's see here, since right here, which is let's see, 20th March 18. So it's been about 5 months now. So USD Turkish New Lira has been a buy for 5 months. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you can be the laziest trader in the world and have pulled this up and taken a buy trade anytime in the last 5 months, and you'd be up enough pips to go buy a yacht right now. So that's why I like USD Turkish New Lira. And even if you go on like the weekly time frame, guys, has been, look at this. This thing has been bullish since the dawn of time. It's been bullish since right here on the weekly. So a place I can't spell, giving money out. Caught 100 overnight. Yeah, there's a lot of money to be made on this pair. But guys, if you don't have the money in your account to be trading this with proper risk management, don't touch it. But yeah, this thing went bullish. And when it went bullish, guys, it's currently running, what is that? 4,300. No, 43,800, something like that, somewhere around there. Pips. Stupid amount of pips. All right. But the reason why I pulled this up is not to necessarily tell you guys that I want y'all to trade this pair, because I actually don't. But I wanted to pull this up so that I could show you guys that what I'm teaching you, what I'm showing y'all, I mean, it works across the board and it works really well. And it's really going to open up a lot of doors for you in trading, just in general, because it's so powerful. 2 minutes. Thanks, fam. All right. Well, 2 minutes. The 2-minute warning is here, guys. Do y'all have any questions for me before I sign off for the evening? Pull up GA. You got it. GA. Let's see here. Oh, what? Hurry. I'm hurrying, man. All right. She's bearish. What's your question, concern, or problem, Charles? I'm in it at the top. Woo! Yeah. Let's go, guys. It's that simple. Whoop. That was it. Congratulations, gentlemen. All right. We're going to sign off for the evening. Hope y'all have a great night. Hope y'all make a lot of money.